for reading that introduction paragraph. So what happened in 1950?
In 1915, portions of the New World Translation were released.
And according to 1 Timothy, what was the reason behind that release?
Well, here it says, all sorts of people should come to an accurate knowledge of the truth. And the only way for them to do that is if they have the Bible in their own language.
Right. So I see you prepared your lesson already. So today we'll do an abbreviated study. So second paragraph. A Bible was needed that was easy to understand. What changes were made?
Well, languages changed, so obscure or obsolete expressions had to be removed. So they found manuscripts that were closer to the original Bible text.
That's right. So paragraph 3. A translation was needed that was loyal to God's word. What did the new translation restore?
It restored God's name, Jehovah.
And why was that restoration important?
Well, it was important because God is the author of the Bible. So it will only be right for him to be credited as the author of the Bible.
Yep. Paragraph 4. A Bible was needed that gives credit to its author. So, in the previous paragraph, we learned that God's name had been removed from most Bible translations. So where did the translation team get the name Jehovah from? And use the picture in your response.
Well, the passage says that Jehovah's name appeared some 7,000 times in the oldest Bible manuscripts. And here the picture shows a fragment from thousands of years ago using God's name. So that's where they got the name from.
You did very well. So just to recap, why did we decide a new Bible translation was needed?
Well, most Bibles took God's name and from its rightful place, so it had to be restored. And using modern English, it needed to be translated in other tongues. So now the Bible is translated in over 130 languages.
Exactly. So what daily practice is good for you wanting to learn God's will?
Well, here according in Joshua 1:8, I need to daily meditate to God's word.
Great job.
Thanks, but I have a question. I still don't understand why I can't use my King James Version in our studies.
I'm glad you asked. So let's say you received a product that you ordered and you have to assemble it, but the instructions are in Korean. Can you assemble it?
Well, I don't speak Korean, so no, I couldn't.
But let's say the instructions are still in Korean, but this time there's a picture of what the finished product should look like. Can you build it now?
I could try.
But it would be easier to understand if it was in English, right? It's the same thing with the Bible. You can use an older translation because it'll give you a general idea, but it may be more difficult to understand Bible truths and prophecy, thus making it harder to develop a close relationship with Jehovah.
I kind of get it.
How about we look at some examples? Go to the Find Out More box and turn to Matthew 11:12. I'll read that in the King James Version. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. Can you summarize that?
Well, I guess someone's trying to take God's kingdom.
Can you read that in the new translation and then summarize it?
It says, from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of the heavens is the goal toward men press, and those pressing forward are seizing it. Well, this is saying that if someone wants to be part of God's kingdom, they have to put forth the effort, and then they could seize it.
Right. Now let's look at a second example. Turn to Philippians 1:8. I'll read the King James Version. For God is my record, how greatly I long after you all in the bowels of Jesus Christ.
In the bowels, what?
Yeah, so can you explain it?
No, that's strange. But in the New World Translation, it says that the writer was longing for them with the same love Jesus had for them.
Right. So now you see why the new translation was so necessary.
Yeah, I really get it now. So same time next week?
Yep, and we'll do lesson 5.